Going forward and really looking into parents and what role do they play in these standards, and how do these standards actually affect their children? What are your thoughts on that?
Um, well, it became a standard, so it seems like very far apart story, but actually it is not. Um, I developed this concept while I'm working with parents and teachers and children. So, as a trained as academic, we are trained to create a structures and frameworks and more others, but they are the wisdom collected from you guys, the parents. So it is something that we have to be mindful about how it can be practical to the parents and children as activists, you and I. When I decided to set up the standard, there was actually interesting discussion with one of the big tech giants in Korea. So he is one of the biggest tech entrepreneur in Korea. And he told me once that but he doesn't believe in standard because that's why he encouraged her. Not encouraged. He was okay when his daughter decided to drop out of university. So I told him that standard is not for you. It's not for your daughter. You're beyond the standard. You don't need a standard. But standard is for people who are most deprived. So standard is not about the championing the world. Standard is to draw the line, not even the middle line, it's bottom line, so that nobody can fall behind that line. What it means is that it should provide a venue and opportunity to everyone to learn DQ, which is now the standard for the digital skills, and which means that every parent should be able to approach to these educations. So that's a fundamental philosophy behind the DQ and what parents should be aware of. Related to the parenting, actually, it is about the whole different story that we can talk about. But a lot of time when it comes to online safety and children, a lot of parents are concerning, but at the same time they feel powerless. Because many parents comes to me and say, "Oh, they don't know technology well. Their children know better than them, so I don't know what to talk about." But one thing that we have to understand is that digital parenting is not very different from your own parenting. It's just extended world. So you don't have to be technology expert. You don't have to know every detail about DQ. Of course, you have to empower your children to learn DQ, but you yourself have to be your parent. And that's number one rule. So take back your power as a parent, even for the digital parenting. And that's what I want to encourage for all the parents. And number two is that digital parenting, we set the standard related to digital parenting. And if you come to our website, we actually laid out all the information there. There's no hidden information. But the key principle of digital parenting is that it's not about controlling your children's. It's more about you empowering your children to be an independent thinker, and they are self-controlled digital user who can make a right decision. So if you have that in mind, it is not about control. It's not about the restriction. It is about more empowerment. Then you have to have a better understanding on this purpose. Then it's much easier. So rule number one, take back your power as a parent. Rule number two, We need to be mindful that it is about the empowerment of your children. Third thing is about the, it is starting from a very simple principle. It's starting with simple principle about your family agreement on the use of your technology. So don't feel too bothered about the so many tactics. Let's start to set the principle and set the guideline as a parent, and then very practical about your parenting. All the details, we can share further. But there are the three things I wanted to say. Yeah.